I'm a book lover, in case none of you know. And when you read a book and you like it, you consider it a good book. But there are different things that make books great. It's not the cover, and it's not the final chapter, even though that's what everybody likes to look at. The thing that makes the book great is all the characters that pull all the chapters together that make you want to read the next chapter to get to the end of the book. And it's the whole story all together and the way the characters play out that make it worthwhile. So here's my story, and I'm your character. I was raised in a Christian home by a Christian family. My mom and my dad moved around a little bit when I was younger, and then they moved back to Illinois, and here I am. They were divorced when I was 3, and I learned a few things from this. My parents both loved me. I didn't ever feel unloved. I learned that I didn't want my parents to get back together, and that goes against the grain for most kids that go through a divorce. But my parents didn't get along, and they didn't love each other. They loved me, but not each other. So what I learned from that was that sometimes you can walk away from people that you love and not expect to ever get them back. My mom remarried and divorced, and she also dated. From this, I learned that you can let go of people completely. They can walk into your life and walk out. My dad was single for 15 years and never dated, and from that I learned that you don't have to get attached to people. People are meant to come from different places in the world, drop into your life, and then leave. In my Christian upbringing, the rules were very strict. I didn't go to parties, I didn't go to dances, I didn't date. I had 2 girlfriends that I could stay all night with once a year. There weren't a lot of fun, happy times. You just stuck with the rules. So shortly after I graduated high school, I met that guy. You know, the one that makes you feel special and makes your heart race, and he was the one. I knew he was the one, and we got married. And 4.5 years later, I found out that I was wrong. And I was wrong in such a big way that it crushed the place inside of me that had hope. The biggest thing that happened was I questioned everything that I learned, because everything that I knew was wrong, and I walked away from God. During the time that I went through my divorce, my mom moved to California and took my sister with her, and my dad moved to Colorado. So I went through the roughest time in my life without any family around to help. I started to study other religions because I was curious as to why people would believe in a God, especially one that let divorce happen, ones that let tragedy happen. It was a time when I was very angry. I met other people who had beliefs that were not Christian beliefs. These people were pagans, and they believed in a variety of gods and goddesses. They didn't have a whole lot of rules, and they were very accepting of anything, anyone, anywhere, anytime, any place. You could be exactly who you felt like being, and nobody would judge you because nobody really cared. I became a Wicca, which is also known as a witch. I joined a study group, and that became my coven. And the women that were in this group were very good to me. I learned to participate in rituals, and I cast spells. I even had a goddess that I used to support me. I gave up on having morals, and I did things that good Christian girls don't do. I walked away from my path of righteousness altogether, and I turned my back on God. For 10 years, I was careless and I was daring with my life. I was reckless to the point that I had several AIDS tests, and I broke my mom's heart and my dad's heart. And I didn't have a purpose. So without having a purpose in my life, I was drifting. I was doing bad things. I was doing things that hurt the people around me that cared. And then a miracle happened. My niece was born. She made me realize that there was something else going on in the world besides me and my crazy life. After a couple years of having Maddie around, I didn't want to put my life on the line with the reckless things that I was doing anymore. And I I heard from God for the first time in 11 plus years, because I let him back in. And I told him, I need to do something somewhere to make this change. So I walked away from my current loser boyfriend and I prayed. 2 weeks later, Tim Greenwell walked into my life, and he was looking for one thing. He was looking for a woman that would go to church with him. Now, he was no saint, but he's my husband and I love him, and I will tell you that that's really what he was looking for. He wanted someone who didn't make him feel bad for going to church. And that's what God gave to me. He gave me a solid rock who would lead me and guide me, and who would keep me on my path. And that's where I'm at now. We've gone to a couple churches, and this church is probably our church family forever and ever. But all I had to do was ask God, and he was there immediately. There was no pause. And that's my story.